And that's where Friz really cracked the director ranks. He began directing Oswald's, and he did some really good ones. And then Walter Lantz kind of moved in, took over, and Friz lost his job. And Hugh and Rudy split off, and they started the pilot film for Bosco, Bosco the Talking Kid. Friz figured out how to make Bosco talk. He looked at himself in the mirror, and I think they even shot a live actor to get the mouth positions right.
We talked some studio into letting us experiment with the sound, because everybody was experimenting with sound then. And so they let us record some voices and piano playing.
And that was some of the very first sound sync dialogue that was ever done.
Well, so long, folks. See you all later.
They couldn't sell Bosco for a long time, so Friz got a job in New York, working for the Crazy Cat studio.
They were not organized in any way, you know. They were just, I don't know, they didn't know where they were going. They were just animating stuff. That's where I met Artie Davis.
There was a cat and a mouse and a barn scene with animals from the barn, from the stable and stuff like that. And we tried to make them look real. But Friz had a little certain flair to it that it was recognizable.
Art Davis was way ahead of those guys in animation. I think he was superior to them.
So Hugh met Leon Schlesinger, and Warner decided they wanted a cartoon. So I came out here, and we made the first one. It was the first Looney Tune called Sinking in the Bathtub, and that started it.
I know we worked kind of like finding our way, because nobody really knew what the story was, really. It's just having the character do something. He said, you do about 20 feet here and see, you know, he meets a goat or something on the road. You know, add gags to it.
As was the trademark for many cartoons of that period, the synchronization to music, you know, was very, very important. So Friz was getting kind of an early education on that type of animation.
The only way we got sync was have to do it to rhythm. And the little girl would say, hello, Bosco.
Hello, Bosco.
So we just do it to a beat so we could hit sync. We had no other way of singing. We couldn't read track then. We didn't know about that. Of course, when Disney was making the Silly Symphonies, he was doing most musical things, and so well done that what we were trying to do was do a little bit of the Disney in every cartoon.
Warner's was interested in having their music catalog, Harms, you know, performed.
The purpose for making cartoons was to sell their music. 2 choruses within every picture we made. And of course, I took up the whole picture. So it made a musical out of it, whether we wanted to or not.
She was an acrobat's daughter. She used to tame lions beside. One bit her named Jack, and she bit him right back. In 2 days, the poor lion died.
So that's why I did things that, like the dishes coming to life, and then we're singing a song.
How do we know it's Sunday? We slept till almost after 1.
Usually, it's a gun.
Yeah, yeah. How do I know you love me? You say such crazy things you do.
You know I do.
We figured people got a kick out of saying like Lucky Strike cigarettes. You had Plucky Strike. They knew what you were kidding. You were kidding a product.
By a waterfall, I'm calling you.
You just tried every trick in the trade to get your audience to say, hey, isn't that